Okay, we'll just do it. Okay. Oh, we're recording. Okay, so hey everybody, this is Cleta.
Allison.
And we're tag teaming tonight. It is September the 8th, 2019. And so Allison and her family came and stayed with me Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of last week because of the hurricane down here in Florida. But it did pass them by, but just in case they had to evacuate. So I thought, she needs to have me and Brad come stay with her. So we're down at her house, and we're actually, she's so wonderful to have cooked dinner for my husband and I. And so we got to visit with her and her husband, and just, that's the fun thing about Mary Kay's. You just form these friends for life. And so we had salmon and broccoli and salad and rolls, and it's delicious. And y'all know I don't cook, so anybody that cooks for me, I like them even more than normal. So anyway, we're leaving out in the morning to drive to Orlando and fly to Hawaii for 2 weeks, and I'm so excited. So anyway, I know I wanted to get a flat Allison to take with me, you know, like with a big picture. Allison head. What were we thinking?
I know.
I was saying we do it next year, but you're going to be with me, so that's not going to work. But anyway, Allison, for you YouTubers, she is, I'm sure you probably know her, but because she's been on the Boss Babe calls before, but she's doing her own. But her unit has joined us tonight. She's top director as well, and just a dear friend of mine. And so we are going to talk to you a little bit. I'm going to start out and then let Allison, I'm sure you'll think of things to say because she's just like me. We're like twins. You know how like when you say something, then someone goes, oh yeah, I'm going to tell them about this. So we thought the best thing for us to talk to y'all about right now is STAR consultant status, because the STAR quarter is September the 15th. And so September the 15th is Sunday of this, week from today. So you have a whole week to get it done. And I came up with a few reasons why you guys need to be a STAR. Okay, so one is a man, Ted Baker. Okay, you have got to win the Ted Baker bag, all right? The Ted Baker bag is only for people who are 4-quarter stars. It's your 5th prize. And I mean, I love those Kate Spade bags last year, but I'm going to tell you, Ted Baker is bad to the bone. I've gotten 2 Ted Baker bags and a Ted Baker wallet and another Ted Baker little cosmetic bag. They are so nice, you guys. And I know y'all seen the pictures of them. I just think everybody's going to want one of those bags, whether it's a wallet or a smaller bag or a crossover. But if you miss the first quarter, you're out. You're out. So if you're listening to my voice today and it's still before September 15th, then you are a consultant, right? So if it's like October and you're going, let me go back and watch this call. Well, if you're new, if you join September 16th or later, you could still get a Ted Baker bag because you do all the quarters. But right now, all of you are in. So this is your first quarter. Whether you signed up yesterday or today, it is still your first quarter. So you want to finish your STAR. So a STAR consultant is someone who does $1,800 wholesale in a quarter. And the quarter started June 16th. And it's real easy to find out what you have in. You just go to In Touch, and then you go to At a Glance, which is under My Business. Okay? So go to Business Tools, My Business, or My Business Tool, vice versa. Hit At a Glance, and then you'll see it says quarterly production, and that's how much you have in. You can also look under reports, or if you're like, that's like you're techie deficient, you can text your sales director and say, what do I need? Because we'll tell you, okay? But it's pretty easy to find out what you need. So 1,800 is the minimum. Once you do 1,800, if you have any consultants that you have recruited since June 16th who did a 600 in their Great Start months, okay, which would be the quarter, that bumps you up 600 points. So you may have recruited 2 and 2 did 600s, but you're not a STAR. You're not going to get any credit for that. But if you're a STAR, instead of being a Sapphire Star at the 1,800, boom, you're a Diamond Star and you get a better prize. Okay? So, Ted Baker. Number 2, recognition at your local or STAR night or guest event or meeting that most directors do something a little special for the STAR consultants. I know in Valdosta, we're doing an evening with the stars in October. So ask your sales director what's going on with stars. I guarantee you, if maybe there's not a meeting in your area, I guarantee you your director will do something for you for being a star. She will. Trust me on that. Now, even if she don't, okay? Number 3, you get a prize from Mary Kay, a nice star prize. And there's a star consultant. If you look under contest, you'll see star consultant tracking, and then you'll also see the star prizes and what you can win, okay? So you can go on there and look at that. I know for me, my husband has these Herschel, this is the brand Herschel, like a backpack, a little tote thing. It's really nice brand. It's really nice material. It just holds up really great. And he's like, Lita, you need to get that. So I know I don't need another purse or a backpack, but that is what I'm going to get. So that's at the pearl level. And so according to what level you get, I've gotten the nicest prizes, like a $400 Dyson hair dryer. Because I needed it and I deserved it, and I wouldn't have to pay. I wouldn't have to pay for it. And so there's lots of prizes you can win. So look on there, see what you can win. Prizes are also are awesome. Okay, number 4, you get to order early in November. So November, you know, I know we're like lots of new products. So the next new products is not till November. So we've got a couple of months, and then they'll come out with kind of the winter products. Okay, but they're also in time for Christmas. So you know, you can order early, like November the 10th, you'll get to order. And what happens is sometimes they'll come out with some really cool things, and they'll be out by the time everybody else gets to order. So that's an advantage. Number 5 is, of course, recognition at your fall advance or fall retreat. Normally, they're going to recognize the first quarter stars and maybe possibly the second quarter if you've already finished. So this would be another way to get a little bit of recognition. Number 6 is, well, and this isn't a reason, but these are some things you can do, is you can order your holiday products right now for what you're planning to sell for Christmas time and the holidays, okay? So, for example, the Mint Bliss lotion and the socks, there's a freebie. You get a free pair of little adorable footies with, or little socks actually, with your Mint Bliss lotion. The thing about that Mint Bliss lotion, I mean, I can just promise you, if you bought these and you fixed them up cute with the Mint Bliss and the sock, you know, however you want to do it, however creative you want to be, and you put them out at a Christmas open house and you said $11. I mean, $11, you can't hardly go to Starbucks and get a drink. You know what I mean? Right. So you could actually have, if you have, and here's the key to those, when they see 14 of them, believe it or not, they'll say, well, how much are those? They're 11. Well, go ahead and give me 4 of those. Because they see them in stock, they're there, they don't have to order, they can pick them up and go. If you have one, they might go, oh, okay, I don't know what it is about seeing a ton of them that people go, well, let me just get 5 of those, you know, and because that's a great gift for anybody. We used to call them hug gifts, HUG, and that's a hurry up gift. It's when someone brings you a gift and you go, you know what? I was just thinking about you, and I've got something for you too. And you go to your closet and you grab that Mint Bliss little prize, and you already have gift tags on it and a pin by those prizes, by your things. And so you run to your closet, go, I'll be right back. Let me go grab it. And you go, dear Allison, you are the best. Merry Christmas, love, Cleta. And you go, I was going to wait, but I'm going to go ahead and give you yours too. And you give it to her. And then you're not left empty-handed. She's bringing you a plant. You're giving her some Mint Bliss and some socks, right? Bam. I mean, that looks like a nice gift. So that's something that you can order right now. I know you haven't sold it yet, but you could think ahead, okay? And it's all available to you, okay? Because the new stuff, well, and then, of course, you've got that actually doesn't come out right for everybody else till the 10th, but that is Tuesday, okay? And then if you weren't a star and you didn't do PCP, the 15th, the very last day of the quarter, you can get that stuff. Okay. And I've already talked to some directors. They're like, oh yeah, I'm getting 100. Yeah. I'm like, bam, all right. So it's going to run out. You're going to have to do it quickly. Number 7 is you can order all the new fall products right now. You don't even have to wait till the 15th. So the new lipsticks are selling really great. And by the way, there's another little tip for you. When you can order the new products, for what I have seen in these last 2 or 3 weeks, those lip lacquers, okay, that stay on all day, they're $39. I am very surprised that like all I did is post it 1 or 2 times on my Facebook page, on my business page, and I have sold like 6 of them. I know that's not like a ton, but I'm telling you, my customers really are more skincare. I don't sell a ton of glamour. like when the new comes out, I have to like kind of, push it, go show it to them, make an appointment. I mean, they're like, give me 2 of them, give me 3 of them. So, there are other brands that sell similar products that the lipstick stay on all day. It is more expensive. Now with ours, you do have to buy, it is a $39 set, which is $13 a piece. And you have to have it's like the lip lacquer, the sealer, and the eraser. And some people say, well, can I get that and then just get the other 2 colors? Not right now, because it is a gift set. Now later, I will tell you right now, if this ends up going great, which I really feel like it will, this is what they come in, this little cute little box. I feel like it will really be great. I think, Mary Kay is open to putting it regular line, and then later you'll be able to probably just buy that. You know what I mean? So very popular, cherry, plum, and rose. And the rose is not rose, it's pumpkin.
But did you see what they said about it?
What?
They said
a mix.
No, they said let it completely dry. Somebody did a thing on their hand on the director thing, and it was like if they put it on and then they put
the sealer,
they let it dry, and then they did it. The other one they put on right away, and it was like this one was rose, this one was pumpkin. It was crazy.
So which way do you get the rose?
Let it completely dry first on your lips. Like you got to let it totally dry.
Well, I've called myself doing that, but it still looked pumpkin to me. But
I'm going to see if I can
I did see where you can mix a tad of the cherry with it, and it made it a little more pinkish.
Yeah, I did see that too.
So I want to test that out. But anyway, what I'm saying is this is a great thing this is a great one to order if you're finishing your story. Like, what could I do that I know I could sell? We're not the first people that have come out with some stuff like this. Ours is supposed to be a little better because it doesn't have formaldehyde in it. It does kind of tickle your lips when you put it on.
Yeah.
Just for a moment, though. Beauty is pain. It is, but it's worth it. Okay.
Right here. See how she did that? Like that's dried, and that's when she first puts it on.
Interesting.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Huh. Okay, well there you go. All right. Either way, you might need a fall pumpkin and you might need a rose, so you can have them both.
2 in 1.
All right, number 8. Okay, let's talk about the Sonic brush that I showed y'all last week. It's really, really nice. Okay, it's $75, but you can see them other brands for $200 for a Sonic brush. I always wanted a Sonic hair brush when they first came out, and they were like $199, and I'm like, I can spend $200 on a brush. Of course, that's before I used a $400 hairdryer, right? We won't even talk about the other purchase I just did. But anyway,
right.
But then they came out with a spinner brush, right? And I thought, that's awesome. But then when the Sonic, it's so much better, y'all. I have to say, it's so much better. I even did a little Mary Kay commercial on it. I put it on YouTube. You can go watch it. I mean, I really like the brush, and it has the massage hedge on there too. And right now you can get both of them for a total of $100. Right?
No, I think it's retail. It's $75, I think.
For both?
The consultant gets a deal if they buy the whole set.
You know what? You get $5 off. Yeah, it's $45 instead of $50. Wholesale, it's $45.
Right.
So it's like $10 off. Okay. So, but what I was thinking is, for Christmas, you know how men like to give their wives something that's like, bam, and sometimes like when you sell them like this, and their wife opens it and goes, thanks, honey. You got me a nail polish. You know what I'm saying? But the Sonic brush it's a nice gift. It would be like someone goes, wow, when they open it. So I really feel like some women may hesitate to spend the money on themselves right now or maybe later, but I think this would be a great one for husbands to buy for their wives or boyfriends to buy for their girlfriends, because there's not a woman that wouldn't love it. Mm-hmm. And there's not a woman, I don't think, that would know that that's a valuable gift. It's not some cheap product. So that is also something you could buy. It's not going to go bad, right? It's going to have a shelf life for forever, right? So that's something that you could get. Another thing that you could do is sell star certificates. And star certificates, you may have heard of them, but just in case you're new, this is where you do a little certificate for you can do different ones. Like there's ones that you can do for like $150 and a $150 certificate, and you only charge them like $100. So they're getting $50 free. So it's basically 33% off. Now that's a lot, okay? Or you could do like $135 for $100. $135 gift certificate, they only pay $100. and then you go and sell 18 of them. So you give them a certificate or text them and say, and they can use it right then or they can use it later. If they're a good customer, they may say, well, I'll just use it next time I order. You know, I've had them do it both ways. And so, but if you sell 18 of them, that's $1,800. Now you would have to use the $1,800 to place your order. You're going to get $3,600 worth of product, obviously. So you'll have the product for when they get ready to spend their certificate, right? And most of the time, if you were to do that, you will have some inventory on your shelf. You're not sitting there with like one lipstick because you just got $3,600 worth of products, right? So I have done that. I have women all the time, and it's surprising to me. I've had some women say, I want 2 of those star certificates. And I'm thinking, you only order like once a year. But I said, no, so you need 2 of them is what you wanted? And they're like, yes, 2. You want to use them now? No, just put it on my account. I'm like, all right, I'm the bank, just give me some money. So, they send me $200 and I'm, when I'm done. All right. So that's a way. So let's say you had 600 in, then you need to go sell 12 star certificates. All right. Okay. The other one that I had written down is you could text your customers right now. We talked about this, and I think I talked about it on the Boss Babe call, but it might have been on something else, where you text your customers and you tell them, I'm so excited. I have a challenge to be a star consultant. It's with my company, and they don't know what it is, but they know what a star, they understand that's something good, right? So, you can say star consultant, or you can just say win a challenge, or whatever you want to say. I would just say star consultant. With my company, by Saturday, is there anything that you are low on? And then when they say, yes, you know what? Let me have some cleanser. And say, great, do you want 2 or 3? 1, 2, or 3. Now, I know that sounds weird to say, but you just say, okay, awesome. Do you want 1, 2, or 3? And they may laugh and go, I just need 1. But 9 times out of 10, you'll get some people that go, you know what, go and give me 2. Because and you might say, the reason I asked is because I keep 2 cleansers, one in the shower, one by the sink. And so I just didn't know. Or you could give a deal if you want to, but I don't want y'all to sell all your product at 50% off. I want y'all to make some money, but that's something that you could text and or when you're asking for your orders, or you're, calling, for your customers, it just suggests 1, 2, or 3. I had some big old orders last week, a $400 order, a $300 order, and several of them were like, I need to get 2 lip liners. I need 2 moisturizers. I need 2 cleansers. They don't like to run out. And what they do is when they get down to 1, I don't even know if I trained them or what, but they just call me and order 2 more. And they have them, they're ready to go. One of them is because this lady travels a lot. So she has like a bag with a roll-up bag with all her Mary Kay in it. And she doesn't like to mess with her home stuff. She just likes to take that bag and go in her home stuff. Because isn't it a pain to pack your makeup? And if you had that bag ready to go, it'd be so much nicer. So those are some of there's many other ideas, but I want Allison, I'm sure you've probably been sitting there thinking of some stuff, some different ways to sell and get the money to do your $1,800 this month, or just anything you'd like to share. Obviously,
Well, what I was thinking of when she was talking was, I can remember missing my star. And I remember thinking, it's not that big of a deal. It's just 1 quarter. I have a whole career. I made it okay in my mind that I just disconnected from the star prizes. It wasn't coming together. So I didn't care. And so I got through the quarter, and then I was like ready for the next quarter. And then I was ready for the next quarter. And then I was ready for the next quarter. And I was a star for those 3 quarters, but it sneaks back up on you at seminar. And then you're like, oh, because you missed the prize party, you missed the fun, you missed the star prize. People are walking around with their little things, and you're like, dang it. And that one year, I think it was the first year that they launched the spin to win or whatever.
Yes. And I got a fossil watch.
People were getting all kinds of different stuff. And I remember I was so mad at myself for making it okay in my mind during the time. And so, if you're far away from star and you can't think of, if you're new, find a way to make that initial investment. Get a friend, talk to somebody about different ways to, finance your business or invest in your business. But if you're now trying to sell, the star certificate thing is something that was real win for me. And here's something else about that. And I've shared this before, but I remember when I was in DIQ and I was recruiting everyone. So my sales were low that quarter. Right. Okay. And I felt like I was going to miss out on being a star. And so a friend of mine and her, she was the same situation. So she said, I'm going to do star certificates. It was the first time I'd ever heard of it. And I said, oh, that's great. So we made all these star certificates and it was really wonderful. And she sold like 20 of them. Okay. And I was like, oh, I'm so excited. And my customers were like her customers were like, can I get 2 or 3 of those? And my customers were like, you have anything for 50 or 25? And I remember thinking, I need better customers. And so, my point is that, you're going to finish this quarter and you're going to figure it out. But next quarter, start thinking about the kind of customer that you have. Do they jump on board with those kinds of things? Because if they don't, you can find customers like that. You don't have to tailor your business back to try to customize the cheaper thinking mind. You know what I mean? There are abundant thinking people that recognize that $125 for 100 is a good deal, and that they'll jump on that because they're not ready to order yet, but they will be, and they want that extra $25 in free stuff. You know what I mean? And here's the really cool thing about that. A lot of times your customer will get something that they may not normally get. Like they'll get the peel, or they'll get something because they got that extra little fun spending money, and then they're hooked on it, right? Because when you try Mary Kay, you're like hooked. You can't help it. It's correct. Yeah. So, the STAR program is one of Mary Kay's favorite programs. It's a great way to honor her in September, for the anniversary month. And it's the first one. It's the first quarter. It's the most important STAR. You've got to figure out who you are when you're far away from the goal, and you're going to find a way to make it happen. You know what I mean? And of course, it's also recognizing what you need to change through the course of the quarter if you are behind the ball on selling and that kind of thing. So there's a lot of things that you learn about how to wrap up your STAR. You know what I mean? But the truth is, if you're selling consistently throughout the quarter, being a STAR is not a problem. It's pretty easy. You just, have to get in front of more faces and that kind of thing. So, but all those ideas, I jotted down some of that reminded me of a few things. And, the recognition at your fall advance, and, being able to run up to the front and wear the sash at your meetings, and being able to stand up and share your hot selling tips, and all those things are just different ways to share examples of leadership at your unit meetings and things like that. So,
and I've got something that just popped in my head, and you tell me what you think about this. It's kind of a new idea. What about putting some Mary Kay on some faces this week? Now, I know that's not something we commonly do, but that kit that when you join, you got that box. That box, like if you have already got all the mirrors in your bathroom that you're using them to do your hair with, what about getting out and seeing what you could do about maybe doing a party or a facial? I'm telling you. What do you think? Would it work?
I promise you.
Wait a minute.
From it's my ring.
I don't know.
Look, so when she flashes her big ring, I have to put my ring on so that I don't feel I feel left out. I find something right there just in case when I know I'm talking to Clea, I stay on there.
So you did faces this weekend and you made money.
Yes, and you also have a renewed sense of commitment to your business. Because when you're like, oh, my customer, whatever, it's like get out there and create some new business, because when you do that, you have nobody can tell you nothing when you're making money. It's like there's something about it that you're like, I love it. But when you're not making money and you haven't booked the appointments, or you only booked one and it rescheduled, you're frustrated, and then you're telling yourself why it's okay that you don't care about the Ted Baker bag, when really you do.
You're like, I don't even like the name Ted.
Right. Or you should. And you know what? Some people that aren't prize motivated, it's not really about that. It's great for those of us that love the prizes, but it's also just the sense of accomplishment and being able to show and illustrate to your team and to your unit that you're a team player. But more importantly, it's your example. If you're not setting the bar to be a star, then you can expect your team to not pull it off. You know what I mean? And so I just learned that was something I had to figure out. I had to figure out how to do that every single quarter, at least. you know, because not being a star wasn't something I wasn't going to do. You know?
Is that the current one right here behind us?
Yeah, right here. That's the other thing I was going to say is that I sit where Cleta's sitting.
Okay, you can see it through your mirror. Yes.
I sit there, and if I look left and right, I'm either looking at my husband who sits right there, or if I look to the right, I see my prizes. You see the diamonds over here. Where are they? Right back here. So, you know, you keep it in front of you, your goal in front of you all the time, so you know what you want.
So let's just look at them, shall we? Okay, so this is, all right, so you see the sapphire one right here on this side. You can entertain with that cute punch bowl. You can get a little pair of pink pseudo iPod. I guess I'll go with probably any, not just Apple, whatever. And then a beautiful jewelry set. Or they also have these MK Connection vouchers or super certificates.
Yeah, I love those.
Then you got the ruby level over here with this pretty dishes and that pretty bag and the scarf and the sunglasses. Okay, I know y'all see these. We're just gonna put them up. What about a waffle maker or a cute little blanket? I love those. You got your cheap curling iron, a really pretty jewelry box, and then this 48 level. That's the Churchill bag that I'm getting. This one right here. These two. Then or a steamer. Brian's like, that's cool. I'm like, I don't even iron. Okay, and then you got luggage over here, or is that an ice cream? What is that?
No, that's
a juicer.
A juicer.
And then the top level are the Mac Daddy prizes, and usually these come from recruiting. You know, now you could be a super seller too, but normally these are like when you've done this, and then you've gotten the recruits. You know, so you got exercise bike, a Kate Spade smartwatch, really nice knife set or dishes, or registration for leadership conference in Orlando. Thank you very much. So these are the prizes. What are you going for, sister?
Well, okay, so here's my thing with the STAR program. Like, you know, I have gotten, I mean, not as many as you, because, you know, we're talking about, 100 stars? Okay,
I am
100 star.
A minute or two older.
But I think I'm going on 56 or 57.
It's still a lot.
It's still a lot. So, like, I've gotten luggage, I've gotten a juicer, I've gotten a blender, I've gotten the great knives and the silverware. And, I mean, I've gotten a lot of jewelry and bags, and we get all this stuff anyway. So, one thing I'm really excited about are the super certificates.
Yes.
It's something new. They used to just do MK certificates, and I would build, sometimes I'd have 3 or 4 of them that I'd spend at once. Yeah. But, you know, now they're doing the super certificates. And so I like those because, you know, you get your super certificate, then you've got that cash that you can spend when, you know, I like to get mine for like Marshalls or, you know, that kind of thing. Because you can get so much stuff at Marshall's for $50 or $75 or however. I think last time I had one for $75, I got a couple star prizes. But the one for $75, I went in and I got remember, I was like, I did a video. I'm like, I got this shirt for $4, $6. I got so much fun stuff. And that feels good. Like I go in and can go shopping on like a shopping spree, basically, and look for some fun stuff.
You know what I've used mine for, and I just found out you could do this, is Delta dollars. Okay, so I cashed mine in for a Delta certificate. And I had, I think it was like $150. And I've done one for $200, like one of the higher levels, because at the top one is $350. Mm-hmm. And so how cool would that be if it's a little bit higher level and you take the super certificate and get a Delta or American Airlines, whatever, and then you say, honey, guess what? We're going to blank, and I bought the tickets. It's all on Mary Kay. Actually, I won the trip. I won the top director trip to.
Are you going to give me? Are you saying you're giving me some of your Delta tickets? I'll be in Hawaii. Okay.
But anyway, you know, travel vouchers are great, or even like a Marriott. You know, any of those. When you pull it up, you see all the different ways. But you know, we don't have a Marshalls at home, so obviously I need to come down here and shop with you.
Well, the truth is, you just got to be excited about it, whatever it is. I mean, you know, I'm excited about that right now. But there are times when something will come out and I'm like, oh, I was just going to buy one of those.
Like the hair dryer.
Well, like the hair dryer. And my very first star prize was one of those things that it has like a blender on the end of it, and you go like this and you can make smoothies or whatever, and like whips up stuff. And I got pajamas, and I got that, and I was so excited. Well, I worked that thing over, and it broke. And so I never replaced it. And so I saw that a couple quarters ago, whatever, they had another one. I'm like, oh my gosh. So it was something I was excited about. So I got it, as one of my options.
Right.
And so, the key is just, that's why it's so important when I ask consultants, well, what star prize do you want? And they're like,
wherever I land.
Yeah, or they haven't even looked at the star prizes. I'm like, it's a place to just score and win. Even if you're not star, you know what? Get something that you can give away to somebody.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that do not top director, but Queen's Court of Personal Sales rings, and then they gift them to people. They say, well, what ring do you want? And then, they gift it to someone.
Yep.
That's awesome for somebody to get a diamond ring.
Well, like last quarter, the star prize, I let my husband pick it, and he wanted the Yeti cooler. And I'm thinking, I already had a pink cooler. It wasn't Yeti, it was Coleman. What's wrong with that, right? And it was like 100 years old. But anyway, so he got it. And so when he was pulling it out, I said, if it's pink, it's mine. And so he put it out and it was white because it said white, but I just thought maybe they'd be pink. But anyway, but he loved it. And he's so proud of that Yeti cooler. We went to the beach because I got to take the Yeti cooler. I'm like, all right, honey, get it out. And so, I don't know if there's many man prizes on this one, but there might be. Well, the waffle maker. Right?
Yeah, because every good man should make waffles.
They should, for the wife.
Right.
So anyway, you want to set your mind of how you're going to make it. Some of you already are. Guess what? Don't settle for that low ball. Let's get you a higher prize, right? And guess what? If you were crying in your suit June 15th, in the last seminar, that you didn't make it and there was a real prize you really wanted, guess what? If there's any left, they go back to back prizes. So they'll show you the list when it comes out, and you can go and you may see something that was a prize like last quarter or the quarter before that you can get. And so that you can get. So I will tell you that, I do think it's important. I have had 119 quarters. It's going to be my 120th quarter. So I want you to think about 120 gifts. And really it's more than that, because a lot of times I would get 2 or 3 things. Because let's say you're a 4,800. Well, you could get a 3,000 and a 1,800 prize, And so you can add up and get 2 or 3 things if you want to. But it's a consistency for me, I want you to also think about this a different way. Let's say you're just doing it totally on your sales, so that's selling $300 a week. So that is profiting $150 a week. So in a month, you would profit $600. Now, I would probably say, I'm saying that's great, you got another full-time job. But for me, who is trying to make a living at Mary Kay, I can't live on $150. I spent, $12 at Waffle House, and that's about the cheapest meal you can get, right, today. So, I would already be like, oh, I'm down to $138 for the week. That's not going to feed me 3 times a day and my husband, right? So really, when you think about it, it's not a lot. It's only a lot when you wait till the last second. You ain't done jack for 3 months. So let's just be honest. But that's okay. You can still invest in your business if that's what you want to do, and then sell the mess out of it, in the next few weeks. And then, you'll get yourself on a roll and you'll need it. I order probably a star every single month. I order 1,800 to 2,400 because I need it. I don't in fact, I've already ordered my order. Even though I was going out of town, I saw where I wanted to be, and I'm like, let me go and do my order. And so I didn't even have time to open the box. It's a lot of mint bliss. I don't expect to get a rush of it because I hadn't even talked about it to my customers yet, But it was important to me to go and get that order in before I went on the Hawaii trip, So some of you may be vacationing. You need to get on your computer at the hotel and get your order done. But the honest truth is, with the new ordering app, it's so easy to place an order. Yeah. It's almost like it's fun to order with your ordering app. So if you don't have it, you've got to get it. You just can click on lipsticks and you can actually see all the colors and go, put in the basket, put in the basket, put in the basket. It's like the best. So that's just really, to me, the thing that you really need to concentrate this week is to get your sales up and get your order placed and finish your star. And don't let yourself off the hook. Like Allison said, don't convince yourself it's not important. It is important, because you will not find a sales director or a car winner who's not always a star. You won't find them. Stars win cars. So if you're not even at that level, that's the first step in leadership and moving up in the company is let's get it going. So go ahead and do it this month, and then set your sight to finish up in December. And that will be easy because it's holiday selling. So
yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is like you also have to think about if you're making an investment, which I've done several times, and sometimes it's several times throughout the year. If your customer base is getting larger, you need to add more skincare or whatever. But with the holiday season and us being a retail spot, it is literally like, if you are behind the ball, people are shopping like they want to get it done and over with. And so you're either going to be able to provide for that, or they're, like she was saying, 4 or 5 of those. And, so don't hesitate, because a lot of times I'll hear consultants say, well, I want to see, what people want first. And that's really not the way to do it. You don't go into Bath and Body and go, oh, they've got nothing here. They get it all ahead of time, and they're smelling good and they're looking good and they're ready for your money, right? And they're sending out information about their specials, and they're sending out information, and they're communicating with you. And I'm sure that we'll do a boss babes call about that holiday strategy. But the idea is that this is a time to say, okay, I know I'm going to work it through the holidays. I want to have it on hand. I'm going to bring a basket into work, the grab and go items. I'm going to have an open house, or I'm going to participate in one. And, you want people to be able to shop with you, and they shop more freely during the holiday season because a lot of people have been saving to wait to get stuff now. You know what I mean? So, and I just think our holiday line is really cool. I mean, it's simple. It's stuff that's in demand. That lip lacquer stuff is stuff that people have been waiting for. You know what I mean? So, you really can't go wrong. And even if you have leftover holiday stuff, I still have leftover holiday stuff from other seasons, but it's still like, I have pomegranate satin hand set. I have a lot of them.
I ordered extra because that's in every bathroom that I have.
That's right.
Yeah, I love that.
And so I'm like, oh, I'm still demoing it.
I am too.
I just sold one on Saturday.
So I sold one last week.
So it's like, bam. Yep. So it's not a big deal.
No.
Yeah.
All right. So let's hear from, thank you, Allison. Let's hear from some of the other sales directors that are on the call. And we'll start up here with Jana. I'm sure y'all have got maybe a couple of tips that you can give. And let me hang on a second. Okay? Yeah, hang on. Let me, you're not very, okay.
Okay. Can you hear me okay now?
I can. Let me spotlight your video. For some reason, it's not. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys covered so much. Thank you so much for such a great call. Okay. So this year when we went to seminar, they have a party for those people that were all-star. You're a star all 4 quarters, and you get to go to that prize party to pick up your Ted Baker bag. So this year I had some people say, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going to the party. And they're like, how do you get there? And so don't be one of those people that you're like, oh, I didn't get to go to the party. How come I didn't get to go to the party? You have a chance right now. You're making a decision one way or another right now to either go to the party or stay home and suck your thumb. I mean, you just so anyway, okay, sorry. That was pretty straight, but it's all okay because y'all are big girls.
That's where these are boss babe calls. These are baby calls.
Boss babes. This isn't okay.
This isn't boss babies. Babes.
That's right. This is boss babes, not babies. So don't miss that stinking party because you want to come hang out with us because we're a lot of fun. And I love it. Yes, stars drive cars. And one of the first time that I had to become a star consultant, that I had to stretch it out because I did miss 1 quarter in my whole Mary Kay life. And then I figured out what everything was all about. I'm like, oh, it's really important to be a star. And that first quarter, look, I was just selling $1,800 to put everything back in. I wasn't selling $3,600 because I was stretching it out just to get there because I knew I needed to figure it out. I made a commitment and I made it happen. And so I knew no matter what, I was going to be a star consultant. And then I thought, you cross the finish line, you're exhausted and you're like, your hair's on fire and you're like, oh my Lord, is it that hard every time? No, it's not. Once you build your customer base and you have these people reordering and these people, you're having new appointments. That's key, new appointments. Use that starter kit. But I think that consistency drives you to be performing at the level that you need to drive a car. And so I love how Mary Kay did that. Selling 300 a week at least is going to put you at a level where you're booking more parties, you're recruiting people, you're seeing profits, and you're seeing prizes from them, it starts getting juicy and fun at that star consultant level. So really, if I were y'all, I would make a commitment to be there.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Let me get over here to Valerie. You got anything you want to add, sister?
You know what? I think this quarter, I'm 70th quarter of being a star consultant. I did not know how to be a star, but once I learned how, I was a star all the time. And it's just like Janice said, that first time you do it, you may be running across the finish line with your tongue hanging out saying, wow. But once you start building your customer base, being a star is easy.
Yes.
You just have to do phases. You have to just keep doing what you're doing and keep selling and don't quit. And we have that. I've seen a lot of promotions out there of doing the 56 challenge this next week by the end of the 15th, for Mary.
Yes.
So yeah, trying to get, encourage consultants to be a star, which, I mean, what's it going to hurt? Give it a shot. Send that text message out to your customers and see if they'll help you out to be a star by the 15th. That's what
That's right.
Stars earn cars. I tell my girls that all the time. Stars earn cars. And they look at me like, ah!
It's the truth, though. It's the truth.
The truth.
All righty.
Once you learn how, you won't never miss it.
No, you won't. I can't even find her. There she is. Okay, awesome. All right, let me go to Rosie. Hang on, Rosie. Let me find you on here. Where's she going?
Can you
Really?
Rosie?
click on the grid up there? You should maybe see me a little bit.
Maybe she's gone.
There she
Oh,
is.
there she is. Hey, Rosie. Okay, go ahead, Rosie.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. I don't know why I had to put my glasses on to hear you. That's really stupid. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, I will just reiterate what Jana said. When I first joined, I think I joined at the end of August. Of course, the 15th of September came like right after that, and I think I had put in because I was going to just do for personal use, and I had done a $600 order, and I didn't even know what really being a star was, and I always regret that I did not make star that quarter, and especially when it came time, like Jana said, when you go to seminar and you're there to pick up a prize. And I am extremely prize oriented. I swear if they'd wrap up a piece of, I don't know what, I'd probably try to win it because I just like that. It drives me. And I like it. And, when I think the best party, I've been to 3 or 4 parties now, and the best party I think was this past one. I mean, I just think it was super, super fun. Sometimes we would have the McGillies and that was fun, but I really liked this one. You don't just get what you go in to get, you like this time it was the Kate Spade bag. They're handing you all kinds of stuff as you're going in, and it's just super fun. So you don't want to miss it. You really don't want to miss it. So anyway,
You know what?
Go ahead. I just, I don't have any other tips. I think the suggestions you guys gave were great, and just be a star. Just do it.
Okay. What's funny is I was sitting here thinking, and I actually can remember, I know it is like 400 years ago, but I remember my first star prize. This is so funny, you guys. So I'm 23 years old, and it was my first quarter of being a Mary Kay. I picked up on September the 13th, but you mailed them in back then. And so when I mailed it in, it was processed on the 16th. So in my mind, I always say my anniversary is on the 13th, but Mary Kay says it's the 16th, which is kind of good in my favor because it was the second day of the quarter. Anyway, I just came in with a $600 order, but by the end, I had done 2,400. And so I was a Ruby Star consultant. And do you know that I got this silver tray with a silver brush and a silver comb? And it was so hilarious. So I didn't even know what I was going to do with it. I was like a tomboy anyway before Mary Kay. And so I put that beautiful silver setting on. I mean, I don't even know where it is, but I kept it for years. I know I had it the first 20 years. And every now and then I would grab that silver brush. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You may have to be a little bit older, but they used to have, but I would brush my hair with that sterling silver brush, and I would comb it with the sterling silver comb, and I'd pick up my sterling silver mirror that had, you know, and I would look at myself in my sterling silver tray. And I felt special when it came in, you guys. I mean, it was like my first star prize. And so then the second one, I remember it too. It was actually a makeup mirror that you could attach to the wall that would come out. You could stand up and do your makeup. You know, they see them in hotels now. But anyway, you're on the camera here, son. Oh gosh. I'm not used to having children, right? You know.
Sorry.
But anyway, he does have clothes on. Some.
He just got out of the pool.
So anyway, if you win a star, you'll remember this first star prize. Make sure you take a picture of it and post it, and go back and send a text to your customers. If you do any kind of a promotion, and say, thank you, I made it. This is the prize I'm winning from Mary Kay. And remind them again and put it on Facebook and go, I have the best customers ever. It's because of customers like these that I have met my goal. And thank you for supporting me and my Mary Kay business. Because people that like to help you, they want to know, come back. I have girls that really, they go, here, I want to get a couple more cleansers because you've got to get to that Hawaii trip. And then church this morning, they're like, I have so much fun in Hawaii. You know, I did all I could. I said, girl, you're the best, you know. And so people love to be on a winning team, and your okay is a team, and your customers are part of your team. So anyway, that's what we got for you tonight.
Just on that, you have to remember, we are like, she's going for 120 prizes. Like, your normal customer base doesn't get squat from their job. So when they see you quarter after quarter after quarter getting more gifts, more prizes, more stuff, more whatever, they get like, you're getting stuff again. I mean, I've had people literally email me or text me and say, okay, I can't take it. I can't take it. Like, I have to know what you're doing. Because, and it could be a smoothie maker, it could be your waffle maker, your toaster, your super certificate, whatever it is. We just get immune to it because we're used to it. We're used to getting prizes. Like the Mary Kay box will come in. I'm waiting for another plaque to come in. You know, things will come in. I'm like, oh, that's the plaque. You know, I'll get to it. But people don't get that kind of stuff or that kind of attention. And so it is okay to brag on yourself a little bit. Like, you know, thanks, Mary Kay. I'm going to make waffles tomorrow, you know, my free star prize, whatever it is, because you want your customers to see that and you want to thank them because it's because of them, you know, or even thanking them in advance because you got all the holiday stuff, you're ready to go, you know, and that kind of thing. So,
and one thing that Jana, she put in the chat message is that if you have a Mary Kay website and you're a star, you actually get more hits on it because they show you 10 people from a zip code and all the stars are at the top. Like maybe did 600, and then it might be someone that's active, and then it'd be like somebody who's in Mary Kay. But the stars are at the top, and I will say this: if you are a star, you also want to beware because since you are at the top, you do end up getting some scamming from scammers, you know, and they will text you because they'll pull up. It's random, you guys. They'll just go 31601. Okay, boom. It takes every one of you and go, this is Emily. Can you help me with a Mary Kay order? I'm deaf. My mama's deaf. My sister's deaf. My daughter's deaf.
My boss,
whatever. They got some problems and they can't order off your website, and yet they just was on your website and they want to get a cashier's check, and then they write it for too much, and then you know, they want you to give you the change back because they're wondering if you're honest or if you rip them off when they're actually ripping you off. It's a fake check. Now that was a lot on scamming in 1 second, but making you aware for all the stars. You guys be careful with that. I mean, with anybody that has a website, now they're even getting smart and they're texting you. If in doubt, I want you to call your director and send her. You want to send her that the exact words, and then we probably got the same message that day or the day before. So I just usually send a thing back and say, I don't deal with scammers. I did that last week, and they sent back and go, thank you so much for your response. I need 2 time-wise. I'm like, seriously? Right. Did you not read what I just said? I don't deal with scammers. Anyway, so that's what's little.
I did hashtag lies.
One time I said, yes, send it to my husband, Brad Eyre at Lowndes County Sheriff Department, P.O. Box, so-and-so, so-and-so, fraud investigation department, so anyway. Okay, you guys, well, we're going to let you go. I will be in Hawaii next week on the Top Director trip. So we are 6 hours earlier there, so that would be a 7, 9 o'clock call. It would be whatever that is. 6, 7, what's the
7, 9 o'clock, it'll be at 3.
3. So, okay, we're flying on that day. So here's what I think I'm going to do for next week. I am going to record some training and some things from the top directors while I'm there, and then I will post it to my my YouTube channel. Most of y'all know it's Cleta Colson-Eyre, and you'll see my channel, and you'll see this. What we're doing right now will be the last one on there. And so, you can look for that next week, and I'll just put Boss Babe Call with the time of the day. And I will send the link to the sales directors for you guys to post it out. Is that okay? So for the next 2 weeks, that's how we're going to do it, because then that following week, we are for sure going to be flying, because we're flying back home that next Sunday. Unless I change my mind and get one of the other directors to do it. So we may do that too. But anyway, you guys have a great 2 weeks. I expect to hear all of you on our Boss Babe Voxer group saying, I'm a star. I'm a star. I want to see every single person that's a star. I'm a sapphire star. I'm a whatever star that you are. Okay, so we'll all be clicking little hearts on your I'm a stars. All right? Allison, you got anything else?
No, I just want to say that I'm getting the Hawaii tan. So that's why it's a little ebony and ivory over here.
I got to come back.
I have to
like
look
her.
like I was with her in Hawaii. And
Yeah.
so I'm getting a little bit of a tan, and I'm like, oh,
I got 3 days of
Three-
subtle tanning lotion, and I still look white.
And I have a tan from cutting grass. I mean, it wasn't anything fun, but
If
it
I
was
just had a black daddy like you, I'd
I
be
know. I'm sorry. I can't. It's in my genes.
I know. All right, you guys, have a great week. Thank y'all for calling in, and we will be talking to you soon. All right. Bye, everybody.